If you've ever walked into a loud, bustling Spanish bar, you know the vibe is incredible, but ordering can feel a little intimidating. We've spent countless evenings elbow to elbow with locals at our favorite neighborhood spots right here in Zaragoza and countless other Spanish cities we count as our second homes. We constantly see visitors staring blankly at the glass displays, unsure of what to point at. You want to dive into the culture and eat like a true local, but nobody wants to panic order and end up with something completely unexpected. Hola, ¿qué tal? Hello, welcome to this channel made by two humans who live in Spain, where we want to help you make the most of your trips to the Iberian Peninsula with the help of our videos and of our self-guided walking tours. And if you'd like to support the work we do for the price of a cup of coffee, you can support the channel becoming a member. So today's video is all about empowering you to step up to the bar with confidence and make the absolute most of your Spanish food adventures. We've combined our years of hand-on research, which is really just eating way too much food, with what survey after survey ranks as the undisputed most popular tapas in all of Spain. We're counting down the top 3 absolute must-try dishes. Plus, make sure you stick around until the very end of the video because we have 2 extra resources to share with you that will completely change the way you look at Spanish tapas culture. But there is actually a secret reason we are focusing on these specific bites today. For us, these 3 tapas are the ultimate gold standard. Whenever we walk into a new bar, we actually order them as a litmus test to judge the quality of the kitchen. If a bar gets these classics right, we know we are in safe hands and usually end up staying for hours. If they mess up, well, we quickly finish our drinks and move on. Okay, we promise we're jumping into the list right now, but we wanted to mention one final incredibly cool detail. If you've ever navigated a traditional Spanish bar, you know it sometimes feels like cured ham, manages to sneak its way into absolutely everything. But the beauty of these top 3 tapas is that you can easily find them in formats completely suitable for vegetarians. Sure, some versions might be packed with meat, but you will always find classic meat-free variations of all 3 on almost any menu. That means absolutely everyone in your travel group gets to join in on the fun. Alright, no more stalling, let's officially kick things off with number 3. And at number 3 we have croquetas. If you ask almost anyone outside of Spain what single dish best represents the country, 99% of people are going to say paella. But honestly, time and time again, we find ourselves debating whether that crown shouldn't actually belong to the humble croqueta. They are the absolute heartbeat of the Spanish culinary experience. We eat them constantly and we are passionate about them in a way that almost defies logic. A great croqueta is an infinite source of joy, but as we mentioned with our bar test earlier, a bad one is a massive source of disappointment. More than just a quick bite, croquetas carry a lot of emotion. For us, biting into a good one instantly transports our thoughts back home. They are deeply tied to memories of our mothers and grandmothers who, as every single Spaniard will fiercely defend, make the absolute best croquetas in the world. Now, if you have ever ordered croquettes in other parts of the world, you might be picturing a deep fried bowl of mashed potatoes. But you need to completely erase that image from your mind because a traditional Spanish croqueta does not contain a single potato. That is the absolute crucial difference. Instead of a potato base, the magic inside the Spanish croqueta comes entirely from a rich, velvety bechamel sauce. The kitchen cooks a simple mixture of butter, flour, and milk down until it is thick enough to be chilled and shaped into little ovals or spheres. Then they coat them in a delicate layer of breadcrumbs, add egg to it, and deep fry them to an absolute golden brown. The result is a culinary masterpiece of textures. When you take a bite, you break through this satisfying crunchy outer shell only to instantly hit a warm molten center of creamy bechamel that practically melts in your mouth. It is that exact contrast, the perfect crunch giving way to pure creaminess, that makes them so universally loved. And honestly, getting that delicate texture just right without the croqueta exploding in the fryer is incredibly difficult, which is exactly why they are a mandatory part of our bar test. When it comes to ingredients, the undisputed star is jamón, cured ham. And if you ever see jamón ibérico on the menu, that's basically the deluxe version, and for us, an instant okay, we are ordering those. The reason it works so well is that the filling gets folded into that creamy bechamel base that makes Spanish croquetas what they are in the first place. But ham is only the beginning. You will also commonly see fish, prawns, cheese, mushrooms, and honestly, in Spain there are literally hundreds of variations depending on the bar, the region, and whatever the kitchen is proud of that day. And one last practical bar test tip from us. Look at the shape. If every croqueta arrives in the exact same size and perfectly identical form, like they were stamped out of a factory mold, there is a decent chance the bar is outsourcing them, or at least using a mass-produced base. If you see irregular, slightly uneven shapes, that's usually a good sign they are being rolled and breaded in-house, and those are the ones we get excited about. Number 2 are patatas bravas, also known as papas bravas or simply bravas. If croquetas are everyone gets their own little portion, bravas are a table decision. One plate lands and suddenly everyone is in it, or rather everyone's fork is in it. Because while you can eat croquetas with your hands, or go fork and knife if you're feeling civilized, patatas bravas are basically always a fork situation. Bravas are made with regular potatoes, usually diced or chunked, fried until golden and crisp. What makes them bravas, brave, is the sauce. In theory, it should have a real kick, because they are not called bravas just for decoration. And yes, our permanent heartbreak is that genuinely spicy bravas are becoming more of a pleasant surprise than the default. When we get a place that actually makes you pause mid-sentence and reach for your drink, that's when we look at each other like, okay, this place might be serious. Sauce-wise, you'll notice two big schools of thought across Spain. In Madrid, you'll often get a brava sauce that leans more spiced than creamy, and it's commonly served without that mayo-like texture. In plenty of other places, you will see bravas paired with a creamier element, often alioli, or even served with both sauces. We are 100% in the camp of the creamy mayo texture situation. Give us that contrast between crunchy potatoes and a silky sauce every day of the week. And honestly, bravas are one of the best start the night tapas. They show up fast, they are made to share, and if a bar cannot nail potatoes and sauce, it's a bad sign for what's coming next. Now, if you want to experience Spain city by city, check out our self-guided walking tours. We've built them around the most important cities in Spain, and we've woven in foodie tips along the route. Because experiencing Spain isn't just about monuments, it's about that moment you find the perfect bar at the perfect time. And after bravas, we are going straight to another Simple on paper, hard to nail dish. Kind of like bechamel-based croquetas, where you instantly notice who's doing it properly. The absolute number one is the tortilla de patatas, the potato omelette. There is basically no bar or restaurant in Spain where you won't find it. Tortilla is one of those magical tapas you can eat literally anytime, for breakfast, mid-morning, just before lunch, or as an afternoon pick-me-up. But here's the catch, if the bar hasn't run out by then. Tortilla takes time, so a lot of places make it first thing in the morning, put it in the counter, and when it's gone until the next day. So what it is? Tortilla de patatas is a thick Spanish omelette made from eggs and potatoes, gently cooked in olive oil with salt and very often onion. And yes, we have to talk about the great national divide. We have the con cebollistas, team onion, versus the sin cebollistas, no onion at all. We're 100% on team onion because for us, a tortilla with no onions is no tortilla, full stop. Now, here's a twist that surprises a lot of visitors. Freshly made is not automatically better. A tortilla that has rested for a few hours can be unreal because everything settles, the flavor deepens, and the texture becomes more cohesive and satisfying. And the way you will most commonly eat it in a bar is as a pincho de tortilla, a triangular slice served along with a bit of bread, and you'll get fork and knife. This is not a pick it up and run situation. Final insider tip, and this is genuinely what we do. When we are in the mood for tortilla, we always check its appearance in the counter first. If it looks dry and sad, we move on. If it looks glossy, tender, and like the bar is actually proud of it, that's when we point and say, that one please. We hope this simple list, 3 tapas, 3 reasons to fall a little bit more in love with Spain, helps you feel confident the next time you are standing at a bar, facing that slightly cryptic menu, wondering what to order. You've now got the superpower to order like a local, share the national passion for these classics, and most importantly, use them as your own little quality test wherever you go. Before you click away, remember at the beginning when we said we had 2 extra resources on the channel that would completely change the way you look at tapas culture. First, we have a full video where we try to unravel the cultural meaning of tapas, because this tradition goes way beyond food, and understanding the why behind it makes Spanish bar life 100 times more fun. Second, we have a tapas dictionary video where we break down not only the 3 tapas from today, but a bunch of other classics you are going to see again and again on menus. On the screen now, you will see the list of videos we have dedicated to food in Spain. Click whichever one you're most hungry for, and we'll see you over there.